siku lerinene siku ro xonga swinene mutlaleri na ku amukela eka 48 hours nongonoko loku tisela ka ta mintirho kusuhi na wena naswona kona kwala ka SABC 2 vito ra mina i Tintswalo wa ka Mushwana ni khensela ku mhlayisekile mi kota ku va na hina eka siku ra namuntlha kasi hina hi ta ya mahlweni mi tisela mintirho leyi mi tsakisaka eka nongonoko wa siku ra namuntlha hi ta eka n'wina hi ri eliphalale hi to ta hlangana vadyondzi vambirhi lava nga hi tsalela va nge vona va tsakisiwa hi vurimi naswona va lava ku ta dyondzela swo karhi hi vutivi lebyi a hi voneni ku ni vulavula hi ntirho wihi. Agriculture is the world's largest and most important industry, feeding and clothing an ever-growing population. However, agriculture is growing in many new ways as energy from biofuels become important to our economy. Ntirho wa nkoka swinene hi ku hleketa ka wena u vona ingaku vadyondzi van'wanyana va swi tiva ku ti-agricultural engineers ti tirha yini a hi yingiseleni. Xana wa swi tiva ku ntirho wa ti-agricultural engineer i yini?
I think an agricultural engineer is somebody who designs structures for places where there's agriculture. For example, they could design like the stables or whatever the case may be.
I think ke mo batho ba studying like the habitats tse ka bang suitable for other species, plant species or maybe animal species.
You angazi.
Ntirho lowu fanela munhu un'wana na un'wana.
To be an agricultural engineer, you need to be able to be patient, you need to be a hard worker, you need to be diligent in everything that you do.
I think maybe you must be a nature-loving person.
Ukuthi ube umuntu nesineke ulandelele umsebenzi uwazi ukuthi umuntu onjani ukuze uzoba positive ngezinto ozenzayo.
A hi vulavule hi tidyondzo exikolweni munhu a nga hlawula tihi ku va a nghena eka ntirho lowu.
Wow, for something that big, I'm guessing plus minus 50,000.
Thinking 15 to 20,000 maybe a month.
Imali engango 30,000.
Munhu a nga dyondza ku ya mahlweni kwihi?
Well, I'm not sure about agricultural engineering, but I know about engineering. You should take physical sciences and mathematics.
I think it would be life science, agriculture itself.
Imeti, tourism, geography, physical science.
Munhu a nga dyondza ku ya mahlweni kwihi?
I think you could go to mostly the varsities, the institutions of higher learning.
Colleges maybe or technicons or technicals, I don't know, between the two where they're more practical rather than the theories of whatever.
Ungaya e college uyo study or sometimes uye kuma technicals or uye nase university.
A hi vulavule hi ku thoriwa munhu a nga thoriwa kwihi?
As they work at places like your farms and your farmhouses, things like that.
The farms or maybe the farms or crop fields where what else?
Indaweni esifuna like ama machines like so kusebenza ngezandla ukwakha izinto like
Hloko langutile i ntirho lowu nga wu kotaka.
Yes, I'd like to be an agricultural engineer because I have a passion for both maths and science, and I also feel that agriculture is like a way of sustaining South Africa because all of us need to eat food at some point, and agriculture is exactly how we produce food in South Africa. So
nankabayona because I have that passion for nature, and I grow plants of my own.
Ngathanda ngoba nami ngiyathanda ukusebenza ngezandla futhi ukuba connective ngazi izinto kabanzi ngibe knowledge.
Vo tala va hina vutivi byo karhi loko swi ta eka vurimi kambe loko swi ta ka engineering a lahlekanyana a hi tweneni ku career board yi khomele yini. Agricultural engineers research, provide advice and develop engineering technologies and techniques that are used in agricultural production and in the management of natural resources. They use their engineering skills and knowledge to help evaluate and solve environmental issues such as sustainable agricultural production. A national senior certificate meeting degree or diploma requirements is required. Each institution will have its own minimum entry requirements. Compulsory subjects are mathematics and physical science. Recommended subjects are agricultural sciences, life sciences, engineering, and technology. An agricultural engineer should have an interest in biology, including the soil, plants, and animals, have the ability to identify, analyze and solve problems, have aptitude for computing and design, be inventive and innovative, be creative, have general scientific interest, and be enthusiastic. Agricultural engineers usually work regular hours in an office, a laboratory or research station, on a farm or in a forest. Agricultural engineers ta hina ta siku i ta le xikolweni xa le henhla xa Phikgelelo eMarapong ni vula kona kwala Lephalale a hi ngeneni burisana na vona.
Lebitso la ka ke Caroline Leboho, ke na le mengwaga e 18, ke dula mo Marapong location, ke tsena sekolo mo Phikgelelo high school. Ke motho e le reng ha o dutse le ena o ka khona o tsheha o ikete o ka fila o lokolohile o na le ena. The strong points tsa ka ke hore I'm very good ka maths, physics and agricultural science, and I also like helping people with their work where they are struggling. Weak point ya ka ke hore time management ya ka I ke khone manager, but I believe if I can manage my time I can achieve a lot of things in life. Dream career ka ke hoba agricultural engineer.
Lebitso la ka ke Elias wa Chaba, dula Marapong extension 4, ke tsena mo Phikgelelo high school. The strong points tsa ka ke gore ke focused and ke creative, and then ke rata mosebetsi wa ka wa sekolo and ke rata ho communicate le batho. Big points tsa ka ke gore ke short tempered, ge motho a ntshwenya ke lose temper ka pele. Ke rata physical sciences le agricultural sciences le chemistry le maths. Dream career ka ke gore ke nne an agricultural engineer.
Caroline and Elias, welcome to 48 hours.
Doka muka di tsamaya sharp. Everything's just perfect.
Is it? Everything?
Everything's okay, and then the Mexico fell and then we promised and then we're
Okay, do you guys are interested more caring is at agricultural engineering? Okay, very good.
Ka gore ke bona re batho ba bantši ba lebala gore temo ke ntwe ya botlhokwa mo maphelong a rena gore re kry dijo ka lebaka la yone.
Okay, Caroline, I'm
interested in agricultural engineering because I'm good at agriculture and maths, and I also want to be a person who improve the standards of agriculture in our country. Yes, we farm with animals, plants, spinach.
Elias, the qualities are
nna di-quality tsa ka ke gore ke rata go lema and then le ko gae ke dira garden e nnyane yaka.
Alright, I get like 48 hours. Okay, surprise Luna, lo spend 2 days li an agricultural engineer. Yes. Get le fa di teachers for 8 hours ke kopa le di apare and then le tlo kopana go goleng a ke ya re kopana kwa. Riendzo ra hina ri ya mahlweni, vadyondzi va hina va ta hlangana na mentor ya siku ntsena endzhaku ka mavhengele. Se hi fikile laha vadyondzi va hina va nga ta hlangana na mentor ya siku, a hi voneni ku ri swi famba njhani.
Dina la ka ke Solomon Munyepao, ke bereka Limpopo Department of Agriculture. I'm an agricultural engineer. Le khono ke tlo ba le di-learners tse 2 bona ba tswella ko Phikgelelo high school ba tlo ithuta ka agricultural engineering. Ya lamogela mo tswelang pele dinoko project ke kwa gore le rata go ba agricultural engineers. Ke eng se se diretseng go le kgethe career eo?
Ke khethile career e because ele taba tja o rata temo ka bona re ke yona career ile re nka tsamaisana le yona le thato ya.
Caroline,
ke rata kudu o ithuta ka dilo tsa temo le gore ka sekolong agricultural science ke ikona.
So lena ntate Solomon, lena ke eng se se dirileng gore lena le kgethe this career ya agricultural engineer?
Ke goletse mo magaeng, and then when I grew up ke be ke ntse ke ka mo di farm be ke ntse ke bona di systems ke sa tsebe gore na di systems tse go tle bjang gore di bereke ka tsela e di berekang ka yona. In my Matric during career guidance ka thoma go kwešiša gore no agricultural engineering ke yona ye e le goreng e tla araba dipotšišo tšaka.
gore ke be agricultural engineer nka ithutela ko kae?
University of KwaZulu-Natal. You will only find it there. Fela ga gore if ka se kgone go ka tsena University of KwaZulu-Natal o ka se bereke mebereko ye e berekang ke agricultural engineer. O ka nna wa dira diploma in civil engineering. It's a 3-year diploma, and then o ka kgona go bereka as mebereko ye e dirang ke agricultural engineer. O ka tswela pele wa dia BTech bjale o taba we a qualified person, but go bereka le ba agricultural engineering, then o taba e gona o tsene ka streaming sa agricultural engineers.
So lena ntate Solomon, as an agricultural engineer, gore nna ke be ke nyaka go tshwana le lena ke di-subject tse di feng tse e le gore nka di choose sekolong gore ke kgone go tshwana le lena?
Main subjects, mathematics and physical science. Secondary subjects, life sciences, agricultural sciences, computer studies.
go na le basadi ba ba shumang ka mogare ga yona or nna tebe ke le mosadi wa mathomo wa go shuma as agricultural engineer?
Okay, unfortunately, o ka se be mosadi wa mathomo. We really need women agricultural engineers. In Limpopo, re na le ba 2 women agricultural engineers working within Limpopo.
Bele ntate Solomon, e ka ba o na le di-opportunity tse dintši tša gore rena re nyakang go ba di-agricultural engineers tše le gore re ka kgona go tsena mo bonana?
Dikgoba tša mešomo ke tše dintši kudu ke scarce skills. Re na le less than 500 agricultural engineers within South Africa as a whole. Ge o fetša qualifying as an agricultural engineer, o ka bereka in research institutions, o ka bereka in mining, o ka bereka in consulting, o ka bereka in construction, o ka ba wa bereka gape in government sector.
bjale di-agricultural engineers di ka ba di kry-a mašheleng bokae?
The salaries of agricultural engineers a gane bjale around 20,000 rands per month as a candidate or beginner.
Nka kgona go ikgodiša mo mosebetsing wa ka?
Ge o fetša from university, la mathomo o tlo šoma as agricultural engineer in training. Ba ka nna ba e bitša gore it's a candidate engineer. You register with EXA and then you work under supervision. Somebody who is a professional engineer. Then after 3 years, you become a professional engineer. After that, you can grow and become a chief engineer.
Ke a kwa le re botša tše dintši ka agricultural engineering. A le ka kgona gore tsentšha ka mo re kgone o bona tše dintši re ithute ka agricultural engineering?
Alright, le kgone go bona ka re dirile go lekane. Want you to come tomorrow.
Re a leboga.
siku ra vumbirhi se ri fikile vadyondzi va hina va tikoma va nyanyukile swinene ku ya mahlweni va dyondza hi ntirho wa siku. A hi voneni ku ri swi famba njhani.
Dumelang le kae? Ke a le amogela le tšatšing la mamotlha. Today, it will hand over to my colleagues, Charles Dikok. Hi, Charles.
Hello, Solomon.
Here is our learners. It's Carolina and Elias.
Hello, Caroline.
Please meet
Hello,
Charles
Elias.
Dikok.
Welcome to our infrastructure. I'm going to get your hands dirty. We're in agricultural engineering, so we're going to show you some infrastructure here. I would love to show you crop production infrastructure. In this pump house, there's a typical layout of what a borehole is supposed to be equipped with. We have the borehole on the right. We have the entry pipe into the fertigation unit, the exit pipe, we have a water meter, we have the filtration unit, the non-return valve, and then from here the water goes into our irrigated area. The purpose of the fertigation unit is once we've put in our fertilizer, which comes in a powder format, we have to bring it into suspension. Water is entered, it comes into suspension, and from there it's introduced back into the main line so that it could feed our crop. The heart of any borehole and the heart of a irrigation system where we make use of drip irrigation is the filtration unit. First of all, we have a pressure gauge before the filtration unit and a pressure gauge after the filtration unit. These pressure gauges give us an indication as to the pressure drop which we experience over the filter unit. which is an indication as to how clogged up the filter is. So if the filter becomes very clogged up, there will be a pressure gauge difference before the filter and after the filter. Before we can operate this, we have to ensure that the borehole is not functional, so that this doesn't build up unnecessary pressure and cause damage. This cartridge is unscrewed, and these filtration rings are the rings which we must clean. Now the effectiveness of this filter is clearly visible due that all the sand and dirt as well as the fertilizer which has not been dissolved is caught up between these rings. Once we remove the filter, it can be washed and it can be cleaned nicely. And once it's clean again in a bucket of water, we can return it again and the filtration unit will be fully operational. There it's in. Now these rings are all individual rings, so we can clean them out nicely, and once they're clean, then we can just put them all together, and here we just tighten it, and now we can operate the system, and we can go to the net house where the drip irrigation system will be shown to you as functional. Right, here we have one of our irrigation systems, which is under a 1 hectare shade net. You'll see it's totally covered on either side. We're trying to do some climate control. I'm going to show you the irrigation system, and now we're going to see how well the irrigation system is going to be working. Here we have a typical hydrant, right, which reticulates water to the different and various blocks. We irrigate in separate blocks according to the schedule. Under this shade net, he has a healthy crop of tomatoes. So let me show you how the drip irrigation system is working. We have a drip irrigation system. Here you see the dripper, and it's delivering 1.6 liters per hour at a spacing of a ruler length, and the crop is planted in line with the dripper irrigation system. And once this plant starts growing up, it will be trellised up and the crop will start developing. You see the tomato flowers already start here. Here's small fruit that are already coming. So it is of critical importance that the irrigation now takes place according to the crop factor, which is the crop requirement at a certain stage of growth.
Why is it 1.6 ka hour?
Every crop has a specific crop requirement. And when we look at the crop requirement, we also need to ensure that we irrigate according to the natural resource, which here is the soil condition. The amount of water which the soil can absorb and can release. So the design in this instance was to ensure that the crop, which is tomato at this stage, is irrigated at 1.6 liters per hour. Now 1.6 liters per hour, we can stretch the hours so that we can irrigate, for instance, 8 hours per day. So 8 hours times 1.6 liters per hour gives you the amount of water which the system can irrigate.
So, what challenge tse di feng tse le re le kopana le tsona letšatši ka letšatši as an agricultural engineer?
As agricultural engineers, we have the responsibility to unlock the natural resource as close as possible to its potential. Today you had a glimpse of some of our infrastructure which we design and which form part of our career. We also have animal handling facilities, we have animal housing facilities, we do soil conservation, we do mechanization. So there's a number of fields which we just didn't have enough time to expose you to. But I thank you for being part of my day. Thank you for the opportunity which we had to show you around. And I truly hope that we will be seeing you in agricultural engineering, that you would take up the future of this country, ensuring that we will unlock the potential of the natural resource as close as possible to its potential. It was an absolute pleasure having you.
Thank you for the
so
opportunity that you've given to us. It was really exciting.
I'm pleased
We
you learned
gained
a lot.
of knowledge.
I'm pleased you learned a lot.
Thank you for the opportunity you gave to us.
So you've learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
I'm grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Dumelang.
Dumelang.
Le kae tleng?
Re teng.
Go tsamaile jwang tlhabathong, Carol?
Day one ya rena re fitlhile ra botsisa di-question about agricultural engineering. We were answered perfectly.
Elias, how was it for you?
E be le monate ka ge a tša boletse ke ithutile tše dintšhi tšeo be ke nagana gore nka se tswe ke di tsebile e fela ke goleile.
Okay. A ke le njwetseng, le bone ntho tse jwang, you know? Tse ne le sa di tsebe.
Re bone the machineries, equipment, a lot of things.
Is it? So can you say gore le na le knowledge e betere ka mosebetsi ona?
Yes.
Okay, a re keneng mo date here. How did it go?
Ba re ithutile ka dilo tše dintšhi tšeo ba ileng ba tlhalosetša ka tšona maobane re di bona practically, so le nna ke lokile ka information e be ke e nyaka.
Is it? A njwetse ka one thing fela o e boneng, something that excited you, o etsang gore o re ke sure gore ke batla go kena mo mosebetsing ona.
Ke bone ka ge e bantši a bankiša mo di-cropseng tšeo tša gona ba mpontšha gore di beetše so and then everything went well.
Is it? Ke a bona le kgathetse mara di-smiley di gona ke re. All right, guys, ke a leboga gore le re file nako ya lona so we can, you know, teach you something, I get. And I hope gore le santsane le batla ba di-agricultural engineers.
Yes.
Okay, good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Mohlaleri na ku tivutisa ku hi vutivi lebya agricultural engineer munhu a nga tirha ntirho wa njhani a hi languteni munhu loyi a landzelaka.
My name is Paul van den Berg. I'm a qualified agricultural engineer. I'm the owner of a company called Irrigation. The services that we render is the survey and design of agricultural land and the designing of irrigation schemes of different crops. I've qualified as an agricultural engineer in 1997 at the Technikon of the Free State. I did my apprenticeship down in the Cape for a year, and in 2000 I had the opportunity to start my own business, Irrigation in Zanin, and we are currently going for 13 years. The reason why I started my own business is I had the opportunity and I've got the love for agricultural, being raised on a farm, so that is the main reason why I start my own business and work with a very rare commodity, water. And with irrigation we can address all those problems, and I think that is one of the main reasons why I've started my own business. Our main clients is commercial farmers in the area. They're farming with citrus, avos, lychees, tomatoes. The advice that I would like to give to people that would like to start their own business in agricultural engineering is must have a passion for what he's doing. Stick to the rules and don't take shortcuts and you will be successful.
Vahlaleri va rhandzekaka masitolo leswaku lexi nga heriki xa hlola nkarhi wa hina wu yisile a hi swi rhandzi ku hambana na n'wina kambe xitsundzuxo hi lexi mi nga hlanganisa na hina eka 48 hours at sabc.co.za kumbe Facebook page ya hina ku nga SABC 48 hours kasi hina hi ta hlamula swivutiso swa n'wina hinkwaswo ku huma ka mina na vatirhikuloni ni ri salani kahle.